part 2 of my converting part of my carport into a storage room / workout room for my boys. So since my last video, I finished up putting my studs in all the way around. I did my anchor bolts. I'll show you here in a second, but I finished all of my anchor bolts. I also have another video that'll explain some of the anchoring. I'll add that in after this video before I start the time lapse. That way you'll kind of see what I've been doing. So now I'm ready. I've got all the framing done. Everything is anchored. So what we're going to do today, what I'm about to start on, is I'm about to put the OSB up. And we're going to go all the way around with it. Then I'll do my vinyl siding. Well, no, before the vinyl siding, I'll put the water barrier paper up. I'm not sure what that's called. And then we'll do the vinyl. I'm hoping to get this all done today because it is supposed to rain late tonight. So I'm gonna have my boys help me this time. Here in a second, I'll show you how I did the bottom. So I'm gonna get everything angled and measured right. So hope you enjoy the video. Like I told you in the last video, I'm not a carpenter, but I'm gonna do my best. And I hope you get something out of this video. I don't care about the liking and subscribing. If you want to, you can. But I hope that it helps you in a way. If you got any questions, just ask me, and if I can answer, I'll do it. All right, real quick. I want to make this wall, because this is the door. Now this wall is really sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. But I figure over time with the door swinging, going in and out, I want to make this as strong as possible. If you remember in my previous video, I had anchors here and here in the ground. Today, I'm going to put another anchor here just to be on the safe side to make sure that it's pretty strong. I've got a bunch of screws up here. I'm going to probably do a little more up there. But I wanted to show you this right here today. So I took my regular wood bit drill, drilled through the holes. And if you see this, this is called a unibit. Come in here. After I drilled my hole, I took a unibit and I made a big hole just through this first 2x4. And you can see in that hole there, I have took, let me take this out. This thing is rated to go into the brick of a house like this, and they actually work really well. I wish I would have bought these instead of those other hammer down ones. I like these better. They seem to grip really well. But that's all you do. Just drill your hole straight through, unibit to make your big hole. That way you kind of get it in, because you don't want it out here because your door is going to be here. Your door frame is going to be right here. So just make sure you got to recess that in there somehow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm bolting these in. This wall, the wall over there, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm using one of these, and I'm also going to use my 5-inch one just because of the way I had to do my wood over there. And I think that's all I'm going to show you right now. All right, just real quick, you can see right there, there's some of my anchor bolts. I went all the way around with those, but what I want to show you here is I started on the other end down there, and I put a screw the same in the middle of the 2x4 here, because I don't want my OSB to go all the way down. So I put a screw here and a screw at the other end, and I run a chalk line. And I'm going to use screws like this. I'm going to put screws on my chalk line, and that's what my OSB will sit on to help me hold it up while I screw it in. And we're going to start the time lapse now. Me and my boys are going to try to get this done. And saw on the time lapse right there at the end, my boys helped me. We set all the OSB up. I just put several screws in it, not enough. I did that just to get it on there so they could go on back in the house. Then right there at the end of the time lapse was me going back around, just filling all my screws. One thing that'll help you, I didn't do it on this side, but I did over here, was when I made my cuts, I also did a chalk line on the actual OSB of my 16-inch centers here. And that way, when you go to screw it off, if your walls, studs are right, you can go through like I did pretty quickly and screw them all down. I'm gonna wait on finishing this over here just because we do have some rain coming in later on tonight. So what I'm about to do now in the time lapse, I'm gonna get my barrier paper. I'm gonna start around on the other side and I'm gonna come all the way around. I only got the 3 foot, so I'll go to start at the bottom so it'll overlap. So I'm gonna go all the way around, and that will be what you see next. So I've run out of daylight, but I have to keep working. I'll try to put a light on whatever I'm doing just to show y'all. This stuff, I know it's upside down, but the orientation of the way they made it, the way I wanted to roll from that side this way and not this side that way, so it is what it is. I left it hanging because I still got to do that little piece on the end. I'm trying my best to get the outer part done. I have a little piece on the other side I have to fix. And then I'm gonna put the vinyl up. That's it. Oh, make sure on these right here, when you're tacking those in, you still nail that in on your 16 foot centers, because if you don't, on the inside of your wall, like with me, I'm not finishing that right now, so you'll have nails everywhere. So make sure when you're doing this, those nails are still going in a stud, so you don't have like open nails everywhere on the inside.